bring in Randi Weingarten now. Randi is the longtime president of the American Federation of Teachers.
I'm sorry, Congressman Raskin. We spent every day from February on trying to get schools open. We knew that remote education was not a substitute for opening schools.
DeVos has gone even further, Randi, saying they'll pull funding from schools that don't reopen. What kind of response can you and your members offer to that?
It's dangerous, it's unconscionable, it's ludicrous, and they shouldn't be in the offices that they're in.
Just because Donald Trump wants to take a risk with people who go to bars or beaches, those of us who have spent our life teaching kids are not going to take a risk with kids or with our members' lives.
The issue right now is that in the United States, Trump and DeVos have played politics with this, just like they're playing politics with masks. Look, they're very concerned. But what they're most concerned about is that there is this carelessness and recklessness with the lives and the education of children and the lives and the education, of teachers, because teachers' working conditions are children's learning conditions.
Did you suggest revisions to their operational strategy?
What we suggested, sir, was ideas.
Do you remember how many edits that you suggested?
We suggested concepts, sir.
Do you know how many edits were included?
One.
Do you remember what that edit was?
The reasonable accommodation issue. In September of 2020, every single school was open.
Yeah, but the triggers were put in place that, you had a couple of cases and the whole entire schools were shut down. But my question is, you lobbied for the $190 billion in the CARES package. You actually blame Republicans for voting against the American Rescue Plan because you needed that money so badly to reopen the schools. But guess what? Only 15% of that money was spent as of November. So that means you didn't need that money.
I was suspended for my statements about COVID-19 as a member of Congress, by the way. And also, I'd like to point out by the emojis by your name here, it looks like you're more of a political activist than anything. Clearly, unfortunately, you think Ukraine comes before the United States. I'm not sure what the black flex is. I mean, is that digital blackface? But congratulations on graduating from school. But I'd like to
No, it is about honoring black
Ms.
educators.
Weingarten, I reclaim my time. I didn't ask you a question.
I would shut down the Department of Education, which creates these toxic policies. Use that money to fund school choice programs across this country so parents don't have to be held prisoners by teachers' unions. The level of influence that Randi Weingarten and the teachers' unions held over the CDC is staggering.